Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. And in the interests of full disclosure, the fan is off because it's been a bit nippy in my area lately, and we're using natural light. So yay. Right now the time is approximately 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Monday, November 14th, 2022. I am going to happily talk about Lisa Young-Sutton's very second book, The Petit Lenormand Traditional Grand Tableau, a new look at the method of distance. Well, first of all, before anything else, let me have Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, do a close-up of the cover of the book. And I'm going to read the back of the book and talk to you about this book, because I did not know about this book intentionally. I found out about it by accident. So, this book is an in-depth analysis of the traditional method of distance for the Petit Lenormand card divination system. It picks up where the author's last book, her very first book, the Petit Lenormand Oracle, leaves off. You'll find everything you need to know about the traditional Grand Tableau, which allows the reader to examine all the pertinent areas of life in one spread. The author's distinctive, straightforward, and understandable style brings this classic system to life and makes it accessible to modern-day card readers. You'll find everything you need to know about this proximity-based reading style in this succinct reference text. Along with the popular Lisa Loves Lenormand YouTube channel, you'll have everything you need to succeed. I like that, it rhymes. So the full title of this book is The Petit Lenormand Traditional Grand Tableau, a new look at the method of distance, which is abbreviated MOD for short. So I'm almost halfway into reading the book, but I want to talk a little bit about what can be found in the book. So we have, of course, the dedication, which she lovingly mentions her beautiful husband, Patrick Sutton, and Patrick is spelled the Gaelic way, capital P as in Paul, D as in Donald, R-A-I-C as in Charles, and she mentions her best friend and sister, Eric McWilliams, and of course, her beautiful Beagle Cocker mix, Beaker. She's also a professional dog trainer, by the way. So you have the dedication, you have the acknowledgments, and then you have the table of contents. So Chapter 1, what you need to know before you begin. Chapter 2, life area cards, card energies, and the playing card insets. Chapter 3, location, location, location. Chapter 4, the 36 cards explained. And I'm in the middle of, I'm actually in the middle of Chapter 4. Chapter 5, clusters and constellations. I must admit, I'm very intrigued about this chapter. Chapter 6, the process, which includes a worksheet. Chapter 7, an example. Resources and about the author. I am very excited about this book, and I'm learning a lot. You know, I must admit, for a long time, I felt very daunted about somebody's calling me while I'm recording a video on my YouTube channel. And according to Google, it's likely scam. Don't they know better? Don't make me smack my phone. Anyway, getting back to this beautiful book. So, you know, I can honestly say that Lisa Young-Sutton has helped me feel more comfortable with doing a Grand Tableau. Now, the Grand Tableau is probably one of the most well-known spreads associated with Lenormand. And it is a very extensive spread, but between her first book and this book, my comfort level in doing a Grand Tableau has increased considerably, in fact. In fact, one of the things that she does on a monthly basis is Lisa Young-Sutton does a How Am I Doing spread. And she usually does that the first of every month. I'm feeling guided and led to do mine on the new moon of every month. because for some reason I wanted to make it happen on the 1st of this month, November, and it wasn't happening. And I'm like, you know what? The moon magic witch in me is going to do it every new moon. So, and I do need to look up the next new moon. I know it's coming soon because the full moon / lunar eclipse in Taurus was last Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. But anyway, so I'm really digging this. My only complaint about the book is that it's too short. I think it's too short. Because if you look, it has a grand total, if you include the blank end page, of 108 pages. Her first book has 440 pages. So part of me is like, But I completely agree with the synopsis. Her writing style is straightforward. It is understandable. There is not one thing that I have ever read in any of her books where I was like, what the hell is she talking about? I fully understand everything she writes. I completely understand everything she says on her YouTube channel, and everything she writes on her Instagram posts. And I will tell you, I dig her so much. I have learned so much from her. She is wonderful. She's very warm. She's very approachable. She has great energy. She has phenomenal energy as far as I'm concerned. So this has become one of my newest favorite Lenormand books. I think it's safe to say that anything that she writes, I'm going to love because it's her. And I will tell you that I'm learning even more. And it makes me very happy because, when it comes to tarot, I've taught tarot. So, I'm pretty well versed in tarot. That doesn't mean that I don't need to learn more about tarot. But I haven't felt like there's more that I need to learn about tarot at this time. With regards to Lenormand, I'm actually reading another book at the same time that I'm reading this one, which is wonderful. Although I'm very biased when it comes to Lisa Young-Sutton's books, so I acknowledge that. There is more about this book that I'm going to get into, and probably in a second video. I don't want to make this a part 1 video. I want this to be a standalone video. But I will tell you that I am definitely enjoying what she's writing. And I'm looking forward to buying the books written by her very first Lenormand teacher, Bjorn Muris. I believe I'm mispronouncing his name, and I apologize to Mr. Muris in advance. But it really is just amazing. So, Lenormand is a fascinating card reading system. It really is. And it amazes me that I am adapting to it so beautifully and so completely. And I could say more about that, but I do want to keep this video as relatively short and as abundantly sweet as possible. So, a big and bountiful and beautiful thank you to the Lisa Young-Sutton for writing book 2, which is the other name for this book, and for her amazing YouTube videos. And I will have the link for this book in the description box from the publisher. And I stress that because, according to bookbaby.com, which is the publishing house that published this book, for every purchase of every book published by bookbaby.com, the author receives 50% of the monies. They don't receive that with Amazon.com. I just want you to know that. And as far as I'm concerned, as somebody that knows professional writers, professional authors personally, like there are people that I know, they wrote a certain book. And professional artists, professional whatever, I'm very all for them receiving as much money as possible. I'm a huge advocate for that. I still remember having a conversation with a professional light worker, and there was somebody whose events he would attend, and I remember that facilitator had said, let's give all the money to the light workers. And I'm like, you know what? That's damn right, bitches. Bitches and witches, yes. More money for the light workers, more money for the witches, more money for the artists, more money for the writers, for the authors, for the content creators. Yes, 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 yes. So, yes. And of course, more money for the energy healing practitioners, and the psychic readers, and the tarot readers, and the oracle card readers, and the Lenormand readers. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So with that being said, a big and beautiful and bountiful thank you to thee, Lisa Young-Sutton, for writing book 2 and for everything that she offers professionally, for her YouTube channel, for her Instagram account, etc., etc., etc. And of course, thank you to all of you in YouTube land for honoring who I am and what I do. And thank you for honoring Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person, for my YouTube videos as well. Thank you so, so much for all the likes. Those likes help a channel, so you know what to do. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the shares. Whether it's on a social media platform that I no longer use, such as Facebook, or a social media platform that I've never used, such as Reddit. And thank you for the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, a big and beautiful and bountiful thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions, including the individual, a brand new client, never heard of him before, who is availing himself of my intuitive reading abilities via video this Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, have a beautiful day. It's still daytime outside. I love it. Have a beautiful evening. Have a wonderful week. And of course, stay tuned for the next video.